What's up, everyone? It's Wacko. Welcome you to quarterfinals of CLDL. Last time we played Honey Bunny, which happened like 3 weeks ago. Kind of insane. We had a forfeit win the following week versus Jode, and then the next week, I didn't actually play a game because we extended the week for the holidays. So this game ended up getting played on Monday. And today we're against Black 117, who we played, I think, week 6. Last time he brought Zera, Ting Lu, Terra Poison Registeel, Terra Poison Articuno, and then he brought Gallade and Screamtail, Mega Gallade and Screamtail. This time he chose to bring the same top 4, but he swapped Gallade and Screamtail for Latias and Palafin. Very interesting, by the way. I just realized he had 3 psychic types on his team. This was a matchup where I almost brought the same team versus him as I did last time. We were supposed to play on Saturday, and then he asked to play me on Monday, so I looked through yesterday on Sunday, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I could change some of my paste. And I'm very happy I did. I ended up removing the Florges. I had a Trick Choice Specs Florges, but I was like, you know what? He's probably going to prep for it this time. And while Florges looks kind of good in this matchup, I had a feeling he would just tear Kuno and then also have Registeel, so like I wasn't going to be able to break anything with Moonblast really. And then like Zera, Gallade, Palafin kind of just threatened me with like strong offensive moves anyways. So I had a feeling Floor just didn't really do anything, but however, I did see Iron Treads in this matchup looked really good. I did almost bring like a Whirlpool Latias, or Latios, which would have been really cool though, because we both had Terra Regis, and we both had a Lati Twin. So, I mean, that would have been really cool, but it wasn't meant to be, I suppose. But yeah, I couldn't really figure out what to do with Latias, because it kind of looked walled by Ting Lu, Reggie, Screamtail, like non-Terra Articuno. Anyways, so I was like, eh. So I guess I just bring Treads, and then I bring pretty much the same 6 as last time. I end up bringing the Ursaluna with Flame Orb, Facade, Headlong Rush, Drain Punch, and Crunch. I ran Crunch just in case he was like Terra Ghost on one of his mons, like the Articuno. I don't really know why I need to worry about that, but I guess Crunch gave me a neutral click. I probably should have ran Protect, honestly, but it's fine. Our next mon, we end up bringing Treads. I brought a really defensive, like a very specially defensive Treads, I think. Actually, let me see if I can find my paste really quick. I'll scroll up. I'm not trying to see someone playing Genshin Impact. I'll open my paste. Okay, so yeah, I was max attack, but I was specially defensive. And I'm just gonna close this because I kind of memorized everything else on this team. So yeah, I'm max special defense. Basically what I can do is I think he brought Ice Beam on the Articuno last time, but I figured he might slot Freeze Dry instead in case he thought I'd bring Quillfish this time. But I could substitute on an Ice Beam, or I could just substitute because he's probably gonna switch out of Articuno. If he's Terra Poison again, he's gonna be scared of Earthquake. If he's not Terra Poison, he's dying to Heavy Slam. So yeah, it was very good for me. And then I click sub, I can have Rapid Spin to remove Ting Lu hazards, and Earthquake Heavy Slam just kind of destroyed everything else on this team. Palafin not so much, but I'm not really gonna click Supercell Slam into like a probable Ting Lu switch anyways. So yeah, my Weavile is still choice banded. I'm running Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, Knockoff, and Low Kick. I consider bringing Pursuit, but I had a feeling like it wasn't going to matter. I wasn't super scared of like the Latias anyways, so it's fine. My Thundurus, I'm Boots. I'm running Thunderbolts, Sludge Wave, U-Turn, and... Oh, shoot, maybe I should open this again. Grass Knot, okay. The Thundurus wasn't, like, super important in the matchup. I had a feeling it'd just kind of die at some point anyways, but it's just kind of there to, like, pivot. If I can, like, force a swap, it forces a swap, and if he's, like, Iron Defense Registeel, I can kind of just try to, like, Thunderbolt, go for, like, crits, go for Para, like, whatever the fuck I need to do to get rid of that Registeel. My Regirock is the same exact Regirock as last time. Terra Ghost, Body Press, Terra Blast, Rest Talk. It basically kind of walled everything. It'll beat Zeraora, even if it's, like, bulk up. It'll beat Registeel somewhat. I guess if Registeel's not, if it's, like, Body Press, but I mean, like, I feel like Registeel doesn't really beat Regirock anyways, because I had a feeling he'd tear the Articuno regardless. So yeah. Decidueye is my last Mon. I actually swapped it set though. Last time I think I ran, like, Triple Arrows, U-Turn, Roost, Defog, but it kind of didn't seem like a good set this time. And because I ended up bringing Rapid Spin on Treads, since Treads really didn't need, like, a third or fourth move at all. And, like, I don't really give a shit about clicking rocks or anything. I end up running Leaf Storm, Focus Blast, U-Turn, and Roost. The Leaf Storm is for, like, a bulk up Palafin. The Focus Blast is to hit Reggie and Tinglu harder on the special side, and in case he's, like, bulk up Zeraora, I can slam that a little bit harder as well. But Decidueye's purpose is basically to, like, check a lot of things, but it doesn't need to check everything. So, getting into the battle, since we're, like, 7 minutes through, I'm going to lead Decidueye Hisui. Last time he actually led the Articuno, but I had a feeling because he brought Palafin that he'd probably lead Palafin anyways. So I felt really safe leading into Decidueye here. And he also saw, like, I had Treads, so I didn't think he'd lead Articuno just yet. So I felt safe leading Decidueye this time, even though last time I was forced to switch out, like, immediately. I get a huge U-turn on the Latias, and I'm just going to bring in Weavile. If he's Scarf Draco shouldn't knock me out, so I'm just going to be able to click Knockoff into the Registeel. I see that he's not very defensive Registeel, but I have to switch out in case he's, like, Body Press. He's going to get off a massive Toxic, and he's going to go into Articuno. I had a feeling he'd go into Articuno, so I'm just going to U-turn, and I can literally just bring back in Weavile here, and I have a free knockoff. He's going to bring in Registeel as I do 30%, and I'm like, I could stay in and kill this, but what I failed to mention is he brought Terra Fairy Registeel, and he brought Terra Poison Articuno. Considering the Articuno just keeps getting, like, pivoted on and, like, I don't know. I feel like you don't want to Terra Poison into, like, the Iron Treads anyways. And, like, the Ice Flying type isn't, like, that bad in this matchup. It's better against the Thundurus, but, you know, I don't know. I feel like Terra Poison doesn't really help much in this matchup. So I was like, I think he's going to Terra Fairy Registeel in either Body Press or Rest. So I'm going to switch out and do Decidueye here. He doesn't Terra at all, surprisingly, and he's going to just Rest back up, and he's going to bring in the Articuno. I'm going to click Focus Blast just to, like, get some chip on the Artie. And I do take some Toxic chip. I'm going to bring in Iron Treads. Iron Treads is pretty much my dedicated Kuno switch in. I am a little bit scared of him, like, freezing me, because I think last time he kind of kicked my ass with the freeze. So I'm going to bring in the Weavile as he doubles into Tinglu. Actually, I mean, what happened was I switch into Iron Treads, and I'm like, he's going to go Tinglu, because, like, why else? Like, what else are you going to go into in this situation? You don't want to get Earthquake chipped on, like, any of these Mons. You don't want to get, like, heavy slammed by Latias, because Latias, like, it can switch in, but it's not going to do too much damage, really. So I'm going to double into the Weavile. And I didn't reveal any of my moves on treads, which is good. Because now I bait in Ting Lu, and now he has to pretty much sack something because I'm going to click low kick. I do get the crit here, but here's the deal. My opponent, you know, he jawed me for like an hour. I'm just kidding. We were supposed to play like an hour and a half earlier, but something happened and I had to wait. But Weavile wasn't very happy with it, so he gets the crit on Registeel. And he's going to be able to bring in Zeraora, and I'm like, oh shoot, Zeraora's going to come in. I mean, pretty obvious that it's going to come in, and I was pretty scared that it would close combat, so I figured he'd knock off anyways, but I'm going to U-turn with Thundy. Thunderous really didn't, like, I wasn't really doing much anyways. I could have maybe Sludge Wave. I don't really know why I didn't Sludge Wave, but I clicked U-turn in case he wanted to switch out into, like, Ting Lu anyways. And it was also safe to go into Ursaluna because I do live a close combat. I do know that he's not like choice banned or anything. He's going to bring in the Ting Lu. And I'm going to click Facade. Somehow I don't really do that much damage. And I remember now why on my last pace I had close combat. It's because I didn't kill this with Drain Punch. Which is a little bit unfortunate. He's going to get a pretty big body press off on me. However, he gets some leftovers chip back, and I can Drain Punch. I get a useless crit, and I heal back about like, I mean, I get like 5-6% out of that. But it's not really gonna matter because at this point, Ursaluna loses to everything on this team, so I'm just gonna let Ursaluna go. Oh, I didn't let Ursaluna go down just yet. He actually flip turns. I guess maybe I thought Luna could. I don't know. I guess I was just saving Ursaluna as a sack, but I think at that point I didn't really notice that it doesn't serve a purpose in this matchup anymore. Neither does Thunderous though, so I'm gonna sack the Thunderous. I maybe should have sacked Ursaluna and then kept Thunderous as my second sack. That would have been smarter. I'm gonna go into Iron Treads now because Ting Lu is gone. I can click sub pretty freely because I think he's gonna switch out. I'm actually really not sure why he's preserving the Articuno. I guess it's a decent pivot into the Decidueye, but he also, I don't know. I also don't know if Decidueye is like too threatening to you right now, so I don't know. Maybe both of us could have played better. I'm not sure, but he cuts Draco, which is interesting. I heavy slam. It's gonna kill him because he's not defensive at all. I calced earlier that the U-turn from Decidueye meant that the Latias was not invested at all in defense. He's going to bring in the Palafin here, and I'm just going to sack it to the flip turn. So I end up sacking both anyways. He's going to go into Zeraora, and I'm going to bring in the Regirock. Regirock's main purpose at this point is to deal with the Zeraora, and for some reason I Terra Blasted. I'm not really sure why I didn't body press there. I guess maybe I Terra Blasted in case the Articuno came in, but like it doesn't matter. He's gonna knock off, which does a lot of damage, but he's gonna knock off my helmet. I'm gonna body press for about 25%. He's going to bulk up again, surprisingly, and I'm going to knock him out with body press. I might have gotten like a roll on him, but at that point it didn't matter because Weavile always revenge killed with Ice Shard. I also had Rocky Helmet on the Decidueye, but I don't think that mattered too much. He's going to bring in Palafin, which doesn't do anything with Wave Crash. I think he's Assault Vest, and I'm going to be able to rest up. He's going to bring in Articuno, and I'm going to rest again. I'm going to Sleep Talk. I'm going to get the Terra Blast. I think it's using the Infernal Parade animation on Showdown, which is kind of cool. I don't know why I know what Infernal Parade looks like, because, like, whatever. Maybe it's Bitter Malice. I actually don't know. I'm going to knock off the boots, though, as he clicks Toxic. And now I might not kill it with knockoff here. Yeah, I end up getting a low roll there. I don't think I killed regardless. But he's going to be able to roost up, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to switch into Treads here. And he's going to roost. He's going to go back up to full, but at this point, I can just click Earthquake. And it's going to do a shit ton of damage. Like, yeah, this Palafin, like, I have enough sacks at this point where I should not be able to lose this battle. Unless I throw and he's, like, rest. I don't know, like, Resto Chesto. bulk up or something, but I don't think it's possible. I'm going to bring in Decidueye. He Boom Bursts, though, surprisingly. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess he's just going for the KO on Decidueye. I'm going to go back into Regirock on the Boom Burst, and I'm going to Sleep Talk. Yeah, he brings in the Articuno as I Sleep Talk. I get the Terra Blast, which doesn't matter too much because like damage at that point doesn't matter. He's gonna Ice Beam, and he's actually just gonna forfeit, which is kind of unfortunate for me because I would have liked to know how the scenario played out. Obviously, that Earthquake and Treads kills something. The Palafin is gonna die to an Earthquake if it comes back in, which is kind of insane because Treads isn't that strong, and I feel like Palafin's bulky. But I mean, like, the game ended in, like, 2 turns anyways. I'm not really sure why he forfeit. But, I mean, for sure, Treads gets a kill. I'm just not sure if I should give it 2 kills on, like, the stat stock, or if I should give the kill to, like, Weavile, because Weavile would come back in and just click knockoff. Decidueye is not getting a KO, for sure. But it's either, like, Weavile or Regirock, so either... I don't know, tell me in the comments, do you think Treads should get both kills, or should it get 1 KO and then you can choose Weavile or Regirock to give the last kill to for documentation purposes? Because, I mean, he forfeit, like, if he didn't forfeit, I would have gotten a kill with one of these two. He didn't have, I mean, like, he had Jet Punch, probably, but I'm not sure. So you guys can, I guess, decide. And next week, I believe I'm facing A12 again, which will be interesting. He has a very weird team, but I do think I can probably handle most things that come my way. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.